All right, guys, today in class we talked about translating inequalities. And we talked about how it's very similar to translating expressions to translating equations, but instead of an equal sign, we're going to be using an inequality symbol. So first off, we need to talk about what equations are versus what inequalities are. So an equation meant that two quantities were equal. So we talked about that in our last unit where one side of the equation is equal to the other side. So we use our equals sign, okay? Well, we write an inequality when two quantities are not equal, okay? It might be greater than, it might be less than. It might be greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. So instead of using an equal sign, we're going to use the signs greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, sorry, that's a less than or equal to, and then a greater than or equal to. Okay, so just like we, when we translated equations and the word, when we saw the word is, that meant our equal sign. There are specific words that tell us it's going to be greater than. There are specific words that tell us it's going to be less than, and so forth. Okay, so couple things. First, this is our greater than symbol, and we've been using these since early in the year. If you have not committed them to memory, the time is now. Okay, we have to have these memorized. If the mouth is pointing this way, it means whatever is this on this side is greater, whatever on this side is less. Okay, so we have greater than is what that one means, and some words that mean greater than are words like obviously, if we see the word greater than, more than, over, all of these words tell us whatever comes first in our equation, whatever is on the left of our inequality is greater than the quantity that's on the right, okay? And vice versa. On the other side, our symbol is less than. So if the point comes first, it says whatever's over here is bigger. So this is less than this. That is less than. Again, if you don't have those memorized, guys, you have to get those memorized. So some words that are going to tell us to put in the less than symbol are words like less than, fewer than, or under, okay? If our classroom can only hold under 20 students, we can have 17, we can have 18, we can have 19, we can have any number that is less than 20, okay? All right, so new symbols that you might not have seen before. This one is less than or equal to, and we know it's less than or equal to because it's the less than symbol kind of smushed together with an equals than symbol. We kind of put the two together. So that means words like less than or equal to, no more than, okay? I can fit no more than 5 people in my car. Okay, I can fit 5, I can fit 4, I can fit 3. No more than means less than or equal to. Same with at most or maximum. Okay, if we said the cafeteria has a maximum of 300 people capacity, that means we could fit 300 or less than that. Okay, all right, so on the other hand, we have greater than or equal to, because it's kind of like a greater than symbol smushed up with an equals to. And words that tell us greater than or equal to are words like not less than, at least, or have a minimum of, okay? If the roller coaster has a minimum height of 60 inches, you have to be 60 inches or taller or greater than, okay? If I want you to go through the flashcards no less than 2 times, you could go over them 2, 3, 4 times, greater than or equal to 2. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at some translating here. It says a number multiplied by 2 is greater than 9. Okay. So we know how to write a number multiplied by 2. That's 2n. We did that in our last 2 units. But instead of an equal sign, it says is greater than 9. So we're going to put in our greater than symbol 9. Okay. 5 plus the product tells us to multiply 2 and a number n has a maximum of 7. So we have 5 plus 2n, that part we did in our last unit, and it says has a maximum of. If it has a maximum, we know that it's going to be less than or equal to 7. Okay, so our expression says 5 plus 2n, or the product of 2 and n, is less than or equal to, because it has a maximum of 7. Okay, 7/10 of a number. We know from our last 2 units that 7/10 of a number just looks like 7/10 times n, and it says is at most 49. Okay, so if I look, I see at most is less than or equal to, so I know it's less than or equal to 49. So 7/10 times n is less than or equal to 49. All right, so 2 times the difference. So 2 times, I know the word difference tells me that I need to use some parentheses because I want to find the answer to that subtraction problem first. Then it says for less than z, so I know I'm going to have to switch their order around, z minus 4. And it says it's greater than or equal to 12. So we have 2 times 4 less than z is greater than or equal to 12.